Nah, but I've been to Mozambique though.
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah, I've been to Mozambique.
Okay, go.
Sure.
So I'm when to start, we should clap so that we know when to clip. Very interesting stuff, but
clip.
Yes.
Oh, does it record when you clap? It records.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not when you not like that. Like.
Oh, I was thinking that's some dope ass technology.
In.
Is it big enough to?
What?
Like what am I saying? I just wanted to zoom.
To view like the whole thing.
Oh yeah, just to zoom it. I hope it
No,
gets brighter.
I think it's the thing that makes it bright.
Oh, I'm
pretty sure that makes it super bright.
Okay, what did I do?
But yeah, we should start soon. Guys. We've been waiting for this for almost I don't know. Just this opportunity to record for you, to record this for you guys. It is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. This is the start of something great. I have never seen anything like this before.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck
and if it doesn't sound as good as it's supposed to sound, just know that we are trying. So this is officially our first podcast in a professional. Okay. This is officially our first podcast. Zithathe zibe zakho, zithathe baba.
I don't know what he's talking
uzenze zakho, zithathe baba, uzenthendule, siyancenga, siyanxusa. Izipho mase befuna imali sekunikela phela. Zithathe zibe zakho. Zit HDMI. Zithathe baba.
Zizenze lapha ngase BP St Martins.
That's a PP.
Yeah.
A PP lab.
A PP Eden Road.
Okay, I feel like yours is far probably.
Is it
like
far?
First away. Okay. Yeah. A PP lab.
A PP lapha ngase St Martins. Laphayana ngumasha speed points.
Nama.
Ngiyatshela kukhona omunye umama oshaya inkonzo enamandla kabi. Enenkosipakazi ukhuluma ngisho isiXhosa
eBP lapha Eden.
Yeah on Edendale Road ushaya ngazuthi ngathi kuyisixhosa ne mase ke I momentum mase si high mase gijima abantu ke la eceleni basuke sebegijima nje khona
Where you taking us?
Angisemgcabeni angazi wabani kodwa kwakulokho nje khona wayishonele ngangibani.
Yeah,
sure.
So ngangile ke ngicabanga umanje umwakhe something like that. Kodwa kuyisupport. Ngiyakunciza I'm telling you the truth. Yeah. Bagijima nezinye impahla engazi ukuthi ziyashunga la eceleni bale ubeyiswinga kanje. Impepho.
Yini semaromeni lapho because nasemaromeni
Yashunqisa. Impepho.
Angazi kodwa nje ngathuka kabi sekukhishwa I-speed points ukuthi kanjani mawukhipha imali eningi uya-announce
whatever. Yeah,
you get announced
Definitely.
so nje usibani usenze into enhle kabi la bazalwane ukhiphe imali engango 15,000.
Show izandla.
Lishihlobo. Show izandla. Ngiyakutshela. Le ndaba yomnika serious.
Yeah, look at
Ngiyakutshela.
Ayike Azina semaromeni but zithathe baba uzenze zakho zithathe evesa sonke sangenkani amaromeni kabhora mfethu baba igiya kakhulu. They always do the same service over and over again. They say the exact same thing
and the song
over and over again. Like I don't get like the whole vibe. Like what's happening in this thing? But at that time, also, I'm not that I'm disrespecting anything. Not that I'm disrespecting. But I personally got bored, shame. And I changed it. I change.
And they have this thing go Maria. Maria
Oh, Maria, we probably shouldn't joke around about religion, shame, because people are sensitive.
Yeah, it's quite sensitive
people
topic.
Are sensitive about that. We actually got into a.
We're not something.
No, I'm okay. Lapayana, okay, Kaya, they are Jehovah's Witnesses. And actually, what's son?
Oh.
Yeah? Because you and then you sit there for like a couple of hours, like 2 hours, and then they by Pambit, and then they do their thing, and then you guys leave. Yeah, but with it's not that but then there's always a box where you can just put
drop
your
a few coins.
Yeah, drop your envelope, and a few coins is a bit embarrassing. That's the vibe that I got from there. Also, dropping a few coins is embarrassing because it hits the floor. Yeah, and then it makes a noise, and that's kind of embarrassing. So it used to be paper money like most of the time. My grand used to. I didn't say why nigga. She used to. I don't know. I want to say donate
to the church.
Yeah.
Like no man, no meaning.
Yeah, like every time that should go, like. It's twice a week. Yeah.
Money coin yaba nigga envelope so sekushubile la.
Isuke iningi ke le isuke it's a sizable amount.
Yeah.
Maso nigga envelope ufake envelope ke yakho lapha in the thing.
Yeah.
In the box. But
so when it's your granny used to do what?
She used to give 50 rand every time she went.
Okay, Imang, it's meant to be like a tenth. It's called
it's a tenth in
a tithe. Go to like 10% of
your salary.
Yeah, with 10.
They didn't tell you to give. You just knew. Like they didn't mention it. But just then there was a box, and then you just give. But then they tell you a story. I think there's a place in Joburg where it's the big branch. That's how I understand it.
Like the head office.
Yeah. It's like the Meg, if I can say.
Yeah.
But then it's not a Meg because it's not Islamic. But then it's like the big headquarters where they do their relations acts, and then they say with Lapayana, that's where they make the books and the stuff, because you got Jehovah's Witnesses, they always give you like
something to read.
The magazines.
Oh yeah.
The magazines to read. That's
so
where they
to
make
do
the
that
stuff. So to do that, it costs money. So you guys, they make you acknowledge that it costs money. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just give back according to that, and then from time to time they educate like students, like if you attend a lot and then you get promoted. That's how I understand it.
Yeah. Promoted to what?
I don't know, but then the
oh yeah,
and then the stages are gone, and then when you've done all of that, and every week we are Shumayel, and you're like preaching the word of God, and you're standing on the road, and then you're just trying to recruit people. That's how I understand it. That's why I use those words. That's when they acknowledge you, would say, no, you are doing a good thing. So that's when you get the benefit, you reap the benefits of that place. Lapayan, I forget what it's called.
What are the benefits?
They help you with your education. I think they submit your stuff and then
then you get
and then you get
the funding.
The funding, and then it helps you with the school and stuff like that. But then it's a
I mean, that's a good thing though.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Motivating.
If you want to do that.
Yeah.
But that's how that system works. I understand it more because at home they were looking down. But then I was very surprised because the kitchen speed point la back
Let's say Jehovah's Witness now.
No. I don't know what it was because it was a funeral.
Oh yeah.
I was surprised because at the funeral.
Okay. That's silly.
Yeah, and then so that was that.
And then,
I hope the money is going towards the family.
Yeah. Usually in funerals, that's what happens.
Hopefully.
Okay. This is funny. Okay, I have a friend that goes there. So this one time.
Yeah.
I have a friend that goes there. This one time he wanted to apply with treasurer for the church.
Yeah,
you apply. There's a form. They look at that, and then you can if you have degrees, you can put attach that, and then it's like a CV. And apparently, because like we used to trade, and I used to trade, and he used to have a problem with Wi-Fi and data and stuff like that. And apparently, if you're the treasurer, you get like
all those things sorted
a
out.
router. You get a router. Yeah. So he wanted that so he can trade. So that's why he applied.
So he get a free router.
Yeah. And so I went with him to go get the form. And then there's a guy that lives there. Apparently he's a good kid and stuff like that. So
they
provide
at the actual
church.
church.
At the church, there's rooms where you can stay. So that's when I saw ukuthi laphayana kunama invoice akhona nje. I don't know what's going on lapha with the treasurer's office, but then there's invoices that they keep of the stuff that they buy and stuff like that. And then I saw like a transaction for like a set of rims for 4,000 rand.
Rims.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I don't know. But then I don't know if that was exactly like funds from the church. But then there was a receipt that had a lokundan, like a set of rims, and then it was like a wheel place, and then I don't know
hope
if
but with churches, bro, like churches are slick. They're too slick. Cause I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of shit regarding churches. One, how do they see like Jesus on the Jehovah's Witness thing? Because on the paper, the magazine thing, he's always white or some shit like that.
Oh no, they I don't know. They don't want you to ask those kind of questions.
Exactly, but
it's like if you ask Uguti, okay, that's the question. I asked Uguti, Jengoba, Jesus is the Son of God. Who is God's Father? And then they said that's a question that fools ask. So my question was not answered. Yeah. So I don't know.
So there's certain questions you can't
ask.
Yeah,
exactly. Because
quite true.
What I see, like, thing about religion is that it is good to some extent, and then they must understand that religion the world goes beyond religion. Like, religion is only part of it. Imagine they want to treat it like religion, last number type of thing. Because it's important to know what color is Jesus, the one that you are praying to. Because not saying what you questioning stuff, but like you must know what you're doing. That's the first thing about church. Like, you must know what Jesus are you praying for, and whatever color they say he is, they must be able to justify why are you praying to that one. And you being scared to ask those questions, that's a sheep mentality, I believe.
Yeah, it's a thing of you can't follow something 100% and live by it, but you yourself have questions that are not answered, and you can't even question those things. But yet you're fully going on following that thing. Like it doesn't allow for you to think outside the box. So you're just given a box that you have to follow. If you spiral and go outside the box, you're a fool.
Like, it shouldn't be offensive even to ask those questions, bro. Like, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like, that's your question. Okay, sharp. Here's the answer for that. Like, why is it offensive? Why are you now getting offended that you're questioning what is written. Because the thing about it is just like someone else wrote it, bro. Like, how you gonna believe that so easily if someone else wrote it? And it's not even like you're not even sure that the person that they told you who wrote it. And you, when you want to go on and die for this religion that you're not even secure and sure about. Yeah, well,
it's crazy.
Type of thing. And it's like, I don't. That's what I don't get.
It's crazy.
Emaro mini angazi noma sebamshintsha but why emhlophe nje. Why emhlophe nje? And it's just as abantu in general, that's really a jaded perspective to have. Yeah, well, because you can't say he was no color. Bro, come on. Come on.
Who's no color?
It doesn't make sense.
Which person is no color?
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
At some point he was a person.
But that's the whole the whole problem actually.
He has to
he's
be
an actual person.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I understand if he was spirit, I understand if it was anything else, which I'm not saying the whole story is bad, but many aspects of it needs to be answered for you to really fully die for that religion.
Yeah.
And it's a question of, if he's white, okay, I don't care if he's white or black or whatever, but if he's white, you really need to look back and ask yourself, Guti, when do you fit in? Like, when did this whole thing start? How do you fit in this whole thing? And why? Like, how? Because I feel like it's so easy to follow something ongas now guti and already you're lost. Because now you don't know guti what you've been told is it true or not. Yeah, because what basically happens most of the time is that you're gonna fall under a certain church that your family goes to.
Exactly.
And your parents don't even know why they go to that church. So it's like, it's very generational. And if you are scared to be a critical thinker, you will lead your kids into the same misleading path that you went to.
Terrible.
And I feel like it's fucking 2020, bro. You can't be doing shit you don't know. Why you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Like, there's a lot of things people do and they don't know the reason behind it. It's like that thing where when your husband dies and then you have to wear black for the whole year. Like,
oh yeah, I've seen that vibe.
Bro, before white people came with their material and clothes, where do you get black?
Exactly. That's part of the Zulu culture.
Yeah, because used to wear a parachute and
well,
their attires and stuff like that. So exactly. I don't understand where does black come into the picture.
That's the problem with culture, religion, and all those things. And it's so unfortunate that like these things are put in place, which when you question them, you seem like you outside of the box, like you are on the evil.
They get
evil
offended
side.
Even they get offended that you don't believe what they believe. You know, that's very weird. That should get offended that someone else is doing something different. Like, that has nothing to do with you. How are you getting offended?
It's crazy.
That's that person's life and
that's
what they want to do.
Your life. You can't be doing something that doesn't make sense. Like,
exactly.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. Black, you know, and you can't be actually just doing things just because this person is doing it.
So I might as well.
Might as well just do it. Right. And then that's what we're facing now. Seems like there's a lot of that.
Once again, the big problem I have, with the whole idea of religion, just any religion in general, not just Christianity, is that they use fear to
control you.
Like for you to not do things. It should come from you who say, I don't want to kill a person or something like that. Not I won't kill a person because I'm gonna go to hell and stuff like that. So it goes to the point where abantu bakhathala and they do it on certain things, but then on other things
they don't.
They make an exception. They make an
that's
exception.
true.
So that
and it brings the whole
exactly.
Christians, bro, they would question this. They would question this. With
having a conversation on it.
But Peggy's izinto by nezinto zenzayo when
as a person,
and where are you in the scale of going to heaven? Yeah, well, so if you really think about it, this whole thing doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That is not designed for humans. The Bible was designed for other gods, if there is a God type of thing, yeah, well, or another Jesus type of thing. No one can act like Jesus, and so we would say, okay, well, he died for our sins, therefore we can have sex before marriage, therefore we can kill people, therefore we can punish people. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and my thing is like, the whole thing is based on you can break the rule or one of the 10 commandments and you can go ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is like, it's not for you now. So you're gonna fuck up and do something that's stupid, and you're gonna go say sorry, then do it again, go say sorry. But now if you understand how you breaking one of the 10 commandments affects you and your life, only then will you follow it with a clear head and with understanding. So you won't have this thing of, I won't do this just because I'm a sinner. You'll understand, no, if I lie, then I'm this type of person, and that will lead to this habit, and habits will cause other habits. You know what I mean? You clearly understand how it affects you as a person. So this fear thing of, I'm not going to kill a person because I'm going to go to hell. Some people really come to the realization that actually I can go to hell, it's whatever. Then they end up killing other people and doing all this.
The whole religion it becomes null and void.
You just have to have the desire not to do something, not be stopped by that. So and so is watching. I can't do that.
Exactly.
And just
someone's watching me. So when you need to be babysitted, not to do something, but then, like, you can't make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Like, you really want to drink
and
alcohol, but then you won't do
exactly.
it. God says it doesn't. Yeah. But then you still have the desire to
do so.
That alone is wrong,
because the humans are complex, bro. You can't use ezincane kanje ukuthi ukugada umuntu, yabo, like words written in a book.
Yeah.
Because when making a decision, they literally become that. They're no longer a Bible. They're just words written in a book, and it is so easy for you to cross that line, for you to just do whatever the fuck you want, because the truth is they're just words written in a book. And your mind understands that. Your spirits, your body, everything understands these are just words. They're not enough for you to stop you from doing anything that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's very funny, the fact that when you want to sin or want to do something, then you start understanding the fact that you don't even fucking know where this book comes from, because you just want to do this thing. So if you want to drink and have sex and be wild right now, your mind will comprehend the fact that it's just words. This book, you don't even know where it comes from. You know what I mean? So you start understanding those things. But when you're acting all nice and holy and whatever, you don't go into depth because there's nothing tempting you to sin.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you ask for forgiveness, it becomes okay. Like if you sin and then you ask for forgiveness, it becomes okay.
You're all good.
I mean, I didn't understand it from the get-go. From Adam and Eve. No.
Exactly.
I'm not throwing shade, but I didn't understand it from the beginning, because apparently they made a mistake in they
by eating the apple.
By eating the apple. Sure. And then the whole of humanity is now cursed with death or something. It's now cursed with death or something. But now we do not keep that. We would say when one person did something wrong, everyone is looking down, is affected. So now makhona umuntu oyenza into wrong akaboshwe. It's his lokunjani.
Oh yeah.
Nah, get you.
It's his problem. Yeah,
exactly. Christians say akaboshwe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They call the cops now. They don't even try and
understand.
I'm trying to say. Imagine.
But then
when you need the religion on the spot, no,
you don't do that.
Let's try and fix this person. Nah, they don't do that. Agabosha, he must feel pain as well because he caused pain to others.
It's crazy.
And then it's crazy. It's just one big
mess.
Yeah. No, Guti. If Adam no Banbani, they made a mistake. Now we're all affected. Mele no mundo in the crime. Amanye amakhola kwazi ukuthi amthathele blame at least. Aliki ikholo elizothenga ngizomiyele jail. Never. You never. So there's a lot of questions, bro.
There's a lot of questions, and it's just unfortunate who are here talking about it. It would be nice to have someone,
not an opponent,
but someone who stands for this thing, like who would make it clear, because maybe we are lost. Maybe we're the ones who don't get it.
Guidance. That's true. And another thing that I noticed is that once you read the Bible, you are not supposed to dig into any other religion or
exactly
that opposes that.
Yeah, that limits you.
And the thing is,
they limits you. It says that it ends here. This is it.
And but
then when you find, we would say, oh, they also dog on the other religions.
Exactly. Now you're talking to the they don't support each other like as different religions, but they're all saying the same thing.
And there's apparently one God.
Why should you have so many churches and so many different churches? I'm pretty sure like a lot of people have had this argument before, but like it's a real question. Why
so many churches?
Ibandela Pastor Banbani is not good. What is it about, really? What is it about? Yeah, how is it that like?
And it's yeah, that's a good question. It goes into even the uniform. Like at least make me understand. At least have one same uniform. Konaba no green, konaba no blue,
and it all doesn't mean anything when you're looking at it logically. But it's
it's a huge thing.
A huge thing, and it's just so unfortunate that it's happening to black people, and it's just so unfortunate that it is part of it for sure. Maybe there is. I just don't know about it. We honestly say sonta and then we leave. No money involved.
Nah, bro.
Say sonta, we leave. Do what the Bible has told us to do. No, we must build. We must build for Bani.
Not in
the
this
church.
lifetime. The pastor needs a car to come to church. A 4-part AMG. Can't drive another car.
Imagine.
Definitely needs a 4-part.
Maybe we the lost ones.
In a Polo.
Hardly. So
and people sacrifice their lives, bro, for churches. People by nigga. And the thing about religion in general is that it manipulates umqondo womuntu so much. Because the thing about church is that a simple thing of you praying and asking for things, that's just a natural law. That's the law of attraction. That's a law in the world of the universe in general. If you really say things, speak things to existence, they will happen, basically. So now when you go to pray at church, it's the book or the uniform you're wearing or the building that you're in that makes it possible for you. But no, that's just the universe. That's just how the world works. People in general. That's how we make things happen. So now they have taken that part of the natural law and they've made it their own.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they get money for it.
Yeah, and then if a person that doesn't go to church or practice the religion, the kunjana, apparently if they're doing well, there's something wrong that they're doing.
Exactly.
But then it's just not that. It's just that the law of attraction, it just applies to everyone.
It's for everyone, bro.
Use it
based on church.
Through church.
Yeah.
And it's okay to actually like run your whole process through church. It's fine. Like really you into deep with it already. So I'm not saying you should change your whole approach now, but let you not be exploited for it. Let you not be exploited for going to church.
Yeah.
You can do it in your room, bro. Like you don't have to go to church, because it's a thing of today you'll pray for something. Then you're gonna wake up tomorrow, you're gonna go and do something physically to make a change so that thing can manifest into something. So for instance, you're gonna do all the things that you need to do, make your CV, you feel like now something is going to happen, so you're more confident. So you wake up in the morning, you're more confident, you're speaking straight. It is you that's doing all those acts and making that possible. But now it's the belief that now it's going to happen. But now if you think about it vice versa, just tell yourself, okay, fine, I'm gonna get this job tomorrow. Do all the necessary things and just go get the job. It will still happen, guaranteed.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
And it happened for us. Like,
it happened for us. And then it's that thing. Was it like just believe in yourself, man?
Yeah, like that's not thing. Like I feel like church makes you dependent.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
Believe in yourself, man. Like you can do it. Just ask yourself, why? Okay, if you do good things and then blesses you, why are there so many people that do good things that aren't blessed? Why are there so many people that don't do good things that are blessed? That's because they see things, they envision them, and then they go out and get them. Because
simple.
Because opportunity meets preparation, and then it happens.
You do the good things.
So you prepare and you get an opportunity.
And it's just that simple. Like it's just that simple. And now I mean, la woman knows that because it's so during Easter time, I'm a holiday. I'm a holiday team. So I'm at Easter, of course, we have to work. That's another conversation I have to have with my dad regarding the whole culture religion thing. I mean that's one of the people who actually use that. But so during that time, people buy a lot of sheep. During Easter, but like so busy. Or plus very cold, so so
there's a Passover.
So manje
cook and stuff like that.
Yes, abantu bapheka kupheka inyama esontweni. But ke shuthi khona umjida oba nesonto la. Just across us. Abalukhuza labantu laba thayini ngambe abasindisiwe. Avele ancifeni osikhoka sikho la osikhoka sikho lapha osathane boma nosathane
usnothi
kusho yena phela manje usontelo kuze usonto yini isonto lakho la ground khona
la
ezayoni yangazi into ezayoni qokublue angithi
yeah and don't get offended get around.
Yeah, get around.
Get around.
What's get around? Get
around. Second ngasonto khona. Get around kakhulu futhi. And ngashiya lapha yana. But scale, that's another conversation. And but yaqeda.
I think phela ushade that's it's khoka zika yana. But he gets angry, bro. He gets really angry. I see that to that point, and I'm just like, that's the person who believes in so much on what they believe in, saying for speaking in tongues, going to that. I'm just like, wow. I don't want to be that religious person already judging other religious people, bro. How's that even your focus?
It's crazy.
Other people, why are you focusing on other people?
Exactly, I mean, you should be the most holiest. Okay, actually, no, that's too much to expect from a person. But like, you should look at the positive. But at least, yeah, well, they believe in something. They close to God or whatever. Yeah, well, that should be your outlook as a Christian or as I don't know. But so I need I'm a Christian then.
I don't know.
I'm a Zionist.
I don't know.
I think so.
I'd be lying.
I don't know.
I don't know. La Bayana, I want to
say
it's ayikho lento ukuthi mhlambe Christian bani. Bro, that shit, I'll tell you now. Yabona the time mina ngize ngiyeka lapha, it was a thing of akekho umuntu onemali la.
Yeah.
Yes. And it might sound bad ukuthi ngisho kanjalo, but it's a fact. La ngisonta khona at least, and it just didn't make sense ukuthi we'd go to church, you'd pray for all these things, but now there's no motivation. I'm very motivated by things that I see, so there's no one engimbonayo la ukuthi it's heading to the direction that I want to go towards. So I was like, actually, let me rethink this whole thing. So laphayana enye into that's very weird is the fact that niyatandaza, and there's a session that goes on whereby the pastor is going to be telling you all your problems.
Yeah.
So when he tells you all your problems, the solutions, which is the interesting part, are very traditional. So like
that's why
that's very confusing, bro.
And you must understand because more is Zion. You basically saying with him what you believe in is just should be used by everyone in the world. Everyone else is lost by not being Israel. Basically, in as much as they're not saying that, but that's what you imply when you believe in something that much. You would see this is the way actually. So namandi and I'm China type of thing. It is just but yes.
Yeah, so it was that. And if you are a person who takes time to think like for yourself and question things, it's very, very confusing.
Yeah.
Because she's fast.
Yeah.
She's it's very confusing. So ngashiyake lapho and kushawa leshani yabo maground so maground kusuke mhlambe kuculwa and uyashiselwa ujuluke, and apparently that's way more yakivuka khona yabo, and masujulukile, and it's very confusing because kumina ayikazi ivuka imoya, you just get very tired and
nyanikela lapha
yanikela. But it's like imali lahlile. I don't understand. I really don't understand, and I'm not bashing it, but it's confusing.
And if it's facts, it's facts, bro.
It's facts, bro.
If your facts are mixed up, then your facts are mixed up. That's just what it is.
Yeah. And they justify lente imali ngokuthi imali impande yesono. So when you don't get blessed in mal because you haven't prepared yourself and you haven't got the opportunity that meets your preparation, and then it's like that's how they justify you not getting the what you want as a blessing or something like that, because most people want money as a blessing actually.
True.
The actual sin.
The actual sin. They want money as a blessing, but that's how they justify imal impande yesono. But then imal akuyona impande yesono. It's your decision making. Impande yesono.
That's true.
Impande yesono. Imal ayenzile lutho, but imal does not make you do anything. Nothing makes you do anything.
Besides yourself.
Yeah, you do everything yourself.
That's a hard one for a lot of people to understand.
Yeah.
They honestly think they're on flight, cruise control and things are just happening.
Yes. And that's exactly what I was going to. What I learned, what this dependency on like God or your church does is that's how you get a lot of people just going to church and shouting, "I receive." I know it's a meme now, but like it really happens. People just go to church and pray and pray and pray, then go home and sleep.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
When you could have been working.
It doesn't make sense. Like, but if you believed that you have the power, you'd believe in yourself and motivate yourself to get up and do something rather than depending on like your church or God. So now it pushes you to just go and pray and sleep, and just hope that something will happen.
That's the
eventually.
cycle of a black person.
You know, like that happens.
They're going to find strength.
Strength is within you, bro.
Like, what's stopping you? Like, what is stopping you exactly? Nothing is stopping you. But stopping yourself. And then you have to seek strength from an external source. But then they say this guy lives within you. But you go out to church and then you go and form groups and then you do that stuff that you do.
This thing I just am so unfortunate to waiting. Actually, this ends up being like a lot of others because even motivation works the same way. Those motivating guys they will tell you everything that you want to hear. I guess like people go to church for motivation type of thing. They just don't know it, but they go to church for motivation. Yeah, just so you can do things that you can actually just
do.
If you discipline yourself enough, you can actually just do them.
Yeah, just not discipline.
I mean, I don't mind people going to church. Honestly, who the fuck am I to tell people to go to church or not? But it's just that most of the time people are getting exploited, bro. Like most of the time, and following a person as a single person is really not good for you. No matter bani, that is not good for you. You should make your own decisions every single time. Make sure you're making your own decisions. Don't be told by another person not to eat pork. Yeah, but when you don't know why you're not eating pork. Saturday. Why? Tell me why. Like, make it make sense. Like when everybody else in the world is doing that. And listen, you're not special by any way just being involved in a certain religion. You're not special thinking you're not human. We are all human. We're all here together. We're drowning together. Should we be drowning? So when because people have this idea, but I know it's for me. Type of thing. Yeah. Well, and you look at the person's life, it's just like, bro, what are you complaining about exactly? Like
just
I'm just trying to help you with you currently lost right now. And if you can just believe in yourself, do things the way that you think they should be done, you think is best for you, eat what you think is best for you, that is where you probably find the most power to do a lot of things in your life.
Yeah.
Because you don't have church to guide you every single step. Every decision you're going to take. You don't have the church. You don't have those people. You don't have your pastor.
It's you.
Yes.
So in some situations, you're there alone. And
most
situations. And what I've learned, recently is that, like, with most people, they really just need to be like educated. So, like, I'm really hoping that this type of conversation sparks something, because back on abantu that just do things just cause umzali wabo uyazenza, like they have great minds and great potential, but they just need to be educated. No, you can do this yourself. You know, and that's how people actually start changing. Like, you can think for yourself. It's legal. It's like you can think. It's fine. You're not going to be looked upon as different or crazy. You can believe anything you want to believe as long as you can justify it and it actually works for you. Yeah, bro. But now, about what you believe in and you're stumbling, that's not it. It can't work like that. You know. So that's why when we ask you questions with whatever you believe in, have the answers and back it up. We're not saying there's a one way of there's no way of thinking.
Because some people have church and it works for them. They're successful or whatever, because it's literally like, I know, like, I don't think I should speak about people, but like uyazi lo muntu ukuthi okay usonta lana but maybe esontweni yosebenza.
Which
is simple.
And it makes sense.
It makes sense. And if when your motivation you get at church, sure, do that. Just for the ones who getting exploited, it is not right. Because they think it's the only way of doing things. That is not right. And that is majority of black people. Black people are majority of them are just so codependent on other people. And it all just starts from this one thing of you think someone else, Jesus, will
have all the answers.
Yeah, like he's the one who does everything for you. No, you do everything yourself. You do everything yourself. Don't think that anyone else or any book or anything will do anything for you. Lana ufike wedwa emhlabeni. Your parents, they're not here to do anything for you. Your friends, they're not here to do anything. When as soon as you own that, and realize that, step into your own power, then you the one who's doing the stuff.
Yeah,
man,
definitely.
Religion just limits a lot of people. Yeah, like so much. Angashiya la marumini mina thayi.
Just think about it. Can you survive on your own? Can you go out and actually be on your own?
That's deep.
And then you uzobona lapho ukuthi you fear nje kubambile. Like fear is holding you back. But then as soon as you can just go out on your own and ufike and live, then
you're good to go.
Yeah, you're good to go.
That's true.
But like I think because we started working at a young age, like by 13, 12, because we used to work on Sundays. So we ended up not going to church. So how much so when the Saturday classes, bro? What a joke. But we got the certificates. Oh, Papa T, unfortunately. But look, don't at me. That's my truth. It's my truth. But we got those, and then after I got those certificates, and plus my life at that time wasn't really you see, a lot of things that are not blessings in your life are actually blessings. So me working every Sunday turned out to be a blessing because that's when I really found God, and He wasn't at that church. He wasn't at that church. He wasn't at that church. So that's what happened with me. I was like, this whole thing, like guys. And then also got ngahamba ngayo because the name CFCI. So CFCI I used to go there if I'm visiting Eppochipstein at my mom's. So like we'd go there on Sunday, and then there the nice thing was like one, the church service was nice, and then secondly the pastor was good. So like Mrs. Kuluma, like you get the actual motivation that you will probably get from anywhere, but my mother is going to church, so I'm going to get it at church. So you get the motivation, and plus the people there are people who are already doing things about impilweni, so you get the connections type of thing. So I mean like that's how life works. The people you meet, but if you know, you're bound to succeed in what you do. So in that church specifically, that is the culture, that is the vibe. It is prosperous. It's all about success, and it is not that. That's not to say which that church is the church for the human race. No. But they are very prosperous, and yonke into zabo is the only abantu bakhona. Not angazi if they're struggling, but most of the people there are doing well, and it's nice to be in that environment. So should I be going to church, that's the church I would go to. Yeah, bro. It's just because Nalentele mastermind. It's actually like it works. I think it works better at church. Yeah, what are you trying to say, mastermind? the two minds coming together. Two or more minds coming together to manifest something and break down anything that okay. I think that's what church is for, actually.
Okay, makes a lot of sense.
So mastermind is this other thing. What is it?
It's basically like when two minds work together towards a common goal or work towards something that they both want. So I guess that is how kufika angilazi eBhayibhelini ngixolele lento yokuthi noma eyedwa noma nibabili nihlangene ngezwi lami ngiyafika or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So but basically two minds can bring about izinto ezi
great things
out of this world.
Yeah.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
So I mean, I heard it about it on this other book, Outwitting the Devil. In that book, like it's this guy Napoleon Hill and his wife. They manifest not manifest, but they come together to have a conversation with the devil. So because of those two minds coming together, they bring the devil out.
Yeah, they're able to have the actual interview with the devil.
And you can't do that if it's just you. No matter how much you play it out in your head or whatever, try to make it happen, you can't. But two or more minds, you can have spiritual things come out and actually have conversations with them or whatever. So basically, I think that's what church is for, and then it makes sense in that light. I think a lot of things were lost in translation as well. Because this thing of a mastermind has no category, groups or whatever. Anyone.
And have, because in that book they both had questions basically. So they both had questions that were not answered. So since that is a common goal that they had working towards, that's how they made it possible to have an interview with
the devil.
Yeah. So ngoba ke ngekho kwama categories actually ukuthi ke kumele uye esontweni ke nihlangane ke, and only then it's going to be possible. It can just be you and another person in a room, then you can make anything come to life and possible and manifest like that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with the whole thing. That's where I'm at with the whole thing. What's how you got?
Yeah, it can't be.
When is something is 10? What's the name?
Ngisakhombola.
But also the
yeah.
I don't trust those people.
Really? That's the thing. That's the thing with different kinds of people. Yeah, well, you don't look into something and then you make a decision about it. And so Christian people are going to make a decision about Islamic people.
Yeah, exactly.
People are going to make
true. Actually, I take that back. I'm lying.
So
I'm really lying.
It's that. That's the mistake that happens.
Yeah.
You make a decision without even knowing anything about
exactly.
it.
Exactly. That's true.
Make a decision or a judgment.
Well, I think it boils down to the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It boils down. That's actually true. But also the now.
Yeah.
I don't trust you. Yeah. Oh God. Now the whole world has
this is the correct term.
You have to get it correct, otherwise.
They get offended.
Otherwise, you're going somewhere we all don't want to go to. Church, bro. Guys, started going to Lelisondoga Dulisho and Lelingapa crossing like opposite.
Oh, Manyat.
Yeah. So I went there for like two days or something. Then I it's all they mean business. There's like categories, bro. Khona abantu abahlala phambili.
Eqamba manga siyazi phela.
Khona abantu abahlala phambili abashaya amasudi. Yabo. And labo, I think it's mostly businessmen. But I was only there twice, to be honest. So it's like businessmen, I was like, but anyway, like lapha kuukuthi abanemali ngathi baphambili kanjalo, but it's really motivating because like you see people that work hard, you see labantu baziyo nje that have big companies, you know. So in that sense I was quite motivated and ngayeka just because I was questioning the whole thing of Christianity. But
oh man, I wouldn't mind going to church, man. I wouldn't mind with a clear head. I know exactly what I'm going to do there. I know exactly what I'm and it's not an
me too. I'm not confused anymore. Like I know what to take and what not to take.
Exactly.
That's good.
Exactly.
That's good.
I think that's
not that the whole thing is bad. No, there's a lot of good teachings.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Just know what to take and what not to take.
Yeah, especially when you actually listen to what the Bible is saying. I feel like the Bible is actually it's part of the keys of life.
But
people don't really listen to it. They don't really go by the Bible.
Just that they go about it the wrong way.
Definitely.
Unless they read it, then they do the opposite of that.
And then they find an excuse
exactly
to justify why they did that thing. Or they ask for forgiveness and then it's okay.
Yeah, but then it just
defeats the whole thing.
It defeats the whole thing. I mean, I know my mother is very what is this? She's deep into religion, and that's dope because it has done a lot for her. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
And you know, like when you believe that you're protected, you get protected. When you believe that you're blessed, you get blessed. When you believe that there's a higher power working for you, there turns out to be a higher power working for you type of thing. So it's like, in that sense, like for anyone, I feel like most people don't realize that. Like they don't have this thing of waiting. No, I'm protected by God, you know. I mustn't worry about anything. I mustn't fear anything. I must break down everything that's in my way. Yeah, well, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. They don't do anything. That's the problem. That's the problem with people, bro.
You say those words, but you don't act it out.
And you know why? Because they are just following what has been done before. Yeah, well, you're just following because your parents has been in this church. Then you're there, but you're not really there. Yeah, well, you're singing, but you're not hearing what you're singing, type of thing. You're just singing because other will figure when akulo as you join now. Like,
so how do you think these people that go to Amasonto where they get sprayed by Amadumu, they get fed, whatever, like how do you think people get to that state? Because I know personally, whoever you are, you can't make me do what I don't want to do. So like, how do you think people get to all that silly stuff in church?
The Truman Show.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like I'm in the Truman Show.
When people starts getting sprayed by
when I see stuff in the world that I really don't think they are possible,
bro.
Why would you let someone spray doom on your face?
I mean, I honestly think you guys are honestly acting and you're testing me. And you're just trying to see what thing is what type of thing. That's when I feel like,
because that shit doesn't make any sense. Any sense. We're born in doom face. It's written lapa would I'm kokorosh. You know what it's for. That's what I do understand. Bro, you know what it's for, and now it's being sprayed.
I honestly don't think it's true. Actually,
guys,
I would love to have a lot of faith in humanity and don't believe that the newspapers are talking about an intercoin.
It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe it's just some cloud shit.
Maybe it's just some cloud shit, bro. Because honestly,
it is at this rate.
It can't be. Like the whole, bro. Honestly, that's when I feel like I'm in the Truman Show.
And that's how, everything just happens and we are vumel. You should question everything.
Exactly.
Question everything. Yeah. So now, you at least, kungcono ukuthi ulahleke, understand ukuthi kwenzekalani. Like, you lost, but you understand exactly the process that you're doing and why you're doing it. Don't just do something just because someone tells you. Like, why are you so afraid? I don't understand,
bro.
I don't understand. So hence why you get people believing in Konalo Pastor Law that was raising that guy from the dead. All those things you should understand.
Bro.
Understand.
Clutch it. Honestly, that's some cash it. And I'm leaving this podcast.
So like you just stop believing in everything that you see, and take it for what it is. So any and every narrative that you get, you must question. So finally, as in TV, you must look at those things and question them. Don't think that the next person has more power than you, so they can tell you what to do. There's a lot of things happening in the news right now, a lot of things happening in the TV that is basically programming you to act a certain way, do certain things. Then when I am outside looking at people moving and doing things, it really, really looks ridiculous if you don't know what you're doing, so everything, even when you see stuff on the TV, you should question them, really, really question them. There's things that the government that might tell you to do, things that police tell you to do. That's how you get
things that your parents tell you to do.
Yeah, true.
As people are not aware of the serious things in life, like Breonna Taylor. And which is so unfortunate. My problem is that, like, I feel like I'm more invested in, I get more news from other countries than news from South Africa.
Yeah,
you know why?
That's true.
Because people in South Africa don't take the time to actually look at what's happening around them. So we don't get the real proper stories that happen to people, and you for you to actually read up and follow the story. Journalism, bro, that thing, I'm see in mind. It's a controlled narrative so much, but like Lapa, what happens is that normal people like you, if you know, like, who's okay, you want to, the Tom Ban, Tompo, he's a journalist, but he doesn't have to be a journalist. He goes himself to get the stories independent. So entire show is not controlled by anything. So that's how you get the stories. Amapoyisa killed the wrong person by mistake. And those are the things that we should be really getting on the news. No, it's in especially like TV programs in general, to a point where Izindaba are actually staged now. So when they're about to talk about someone, Constable Ban, they already show like the outside of the, what is this?
The police station.
Police station.
Yeah.
You know, like the funny shit. Like
that's so true.
Because if it was real, you would really show what you have to show. But now, around
it's crazy. And now that I think about it, you hardly have like a footage on the news whereby Mhlambe there was a journalist in the crime scene, like there while it was happening. You know how you get those footages when people are shooting each other, and you're there and you can see good shit, it was going down. And this is exactly what happened. It's not like controlled. And it's very funny how got book TV but last time I checked, you'd get the same stories. SAPC 1, SAPC 2, SAPC.
Bro.
House, way. How many people are here in South Africa? How many people are doing stupid things that you can catch on camera? But you have the same story.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And recently I was confused when there was the heist in Paro. Apparently they were robbing like two trucks.
The money
trucks.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah, they were robbing two Lokunjan, and then on the news they go and show like the hurricane in Sea Point, like Okay,
it happened on the same day.
Huh?
That happened on the same day.
Yeah, that happened on the same day. It was that rainy, gloomy day. Yeah. And apparently there was blood all over on the thing.
Then they show
news. Yeah, they show news. And then
you don't get to see that.
You don't get to see that.
But shit, it was complicated.
News because that was a lot.
Besides the news, even that in Mojo Love. I don't know. Mojo Love is a channel.
I don't know.
Shit,
is it in Mojo?
I think it's a channel now. Like I don't know. I haven't watched TV
in a long time.
Yeah.
But bro, like the whole vibe that they're creating, I really dislike it, especially for us black people again, because we are not there yet. Like we catching people cheating or whatever shit they get going on now. But sesi right empilweni.
Yeah.
Angathi sesi nemali, but sesi right
empilweni.
Bro, kala
before all of that.
And that's my whole chat about it. Like, I feel like for abantu abamnyama, specifically for abantu abamnyama, asikakafiki endaweni la sesingacelebrate khona a lot of things. And it's just so unfortunate that I can feel like that, and then someone else can just say, I disagree with that. Actually, let's have a good time, type of thing.
Yeah, we have one life. Let's live it. So you really have to question everything you see. So, and that's the only time you'll get to understand why you do certain things. Because also in life, when you're just in your day, there's certain things that you do that have become a norm.
Yeah.
And you don't know where they come from, and you think that you can watch ETV for 3 hours a day every single day and it's not going to do something to your mind. And you really are giving whoever who's in control of ETV that much power.
Yeah, you're being programmed.
It is crazy.
Because we were just talking about like, this is how you see those bombers in the movies.
Yeah.
We all know how we see bombers in the movies. Like, we all see them exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So it's just like and that's a problem. It's a problem.
It is. There's even that meme where there's I don't know, there's a Muslim person wearing that robe thing, and he has a duffel bag, and he just drops it off, and everybody starts running away. That no one told you that those people are bombers, but because of what you've seen on TV, it even affects the way you interact with certain people.
Exactly.
And that becomes a problem, because maybe you could have learned something new from the person, but now you're going to disregard him because of what you've been told.
Person,
Yeah, and
real problems.
There was this one time that we were at the airport, and we were waiting.
As flight delay.
Yeah, there was a flight delay.
Yeah.
And there was this Islamic guy. Remember, I was
told
you, look at this guy. You know,
some suicide shit.
Yeah. Literally, you start feeling uncomfortable for no good reason, but the guy is just taking a flight and the good guy. And plus, it's at the airport, and that's what you've seen on TV,
bro. It's crazy.
Guy, and
the programming is mad,
and it's
crazy, and
it's
that is just a small part of it.
Exactly,
it's just a small part of it. There is more things that like you can look at the whole Muslim thing as just whatever, but I believe that there's certain things that are programmed, and the things that they show that have like a certain agenda.
Like all the movies are prepping you for the future. Basically.
They are.
And when you think about it, like, because for me it was just like, it's so odd that in the movie you can have shit as if it's happening in real life, but it's not really happening. So in the movies they can create, like, I said in general, I Am Legend, Will Smith, those cars.
Yeah.
Bro. Is it no aeroports? Aeroports. La kono konle motor hamba that look like they're hovering around without the rims or whatever. It's like, how can you have that and it's not? Bro. And then you have all those things of the hologram screens popping up from nowhere, bro. And then it's just like, that seems to be the future or whatever.
And it's gonna happen. And then it eventually comes to life.
It's just you getting used to it. You getting used to it, and then they can in a movie they can bomb a place,
but it's not really bombed,
and
it's crazy. It's crazy. And it really has an effect because, like, when you've seen something before in a movie, when you see it like happening in real life, you normalize it.
Yes,
it's much more
exactly.
easier for you to normalize it because you've seen it before. So now if you see a car that has no wheels and it's just hovering around the air, it's kind of like, oh, now we really have that.
Yeah.
And you don't even question as to how the fuck is this possible?
Yeah.
And that's how things fly by, and you just don't understand how certain things happen because you don't want to question everything. Like, it's okay to question those things.
Bro, they took out Zola 7 with TV. Till this day, that for me is a huge conspiracy. Huge conspiracy. Because it's a simple thing of like, bring it back. Yeah, bro? A black man helping other black people, bring it back on TV. But it is so difficult. We want to catch them cheating, my God.
Bro, and destroy their lives.
Make it worse. We want to catch them cheating. Do you want to date me? Do you want to date my family?
Bro. How is that adding any value in your life?
Bro.
Uyabona sebeyathandana manje kwamnandi. Ha ha ha. Kunokuthi kusize kumuntu okade hlala in a shelter. Wahlanganisele kwanama donation, anything that phambili and that actually has a direction to growth is like taken down.
I mean, that's how I feel like regarding you know how people have this view of you shouldn't put it on
you shouldn't put it on camera.
You shouldn't put it on camera because if you really want to help, it has to come from the heart. Whatever.
Yeah.
So he had like the huge thing with Pepsi on. I think we were talking on Facebook with him when he said that, and I really questioned it. And then
I didn't see that.
But I told you it was a long time ago.
I remember.
You shouldn't do that. I'm just like, yo, but why? Because I feel like at least they're still helping. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And I think also with the lady that I'm seeing, we had like the same conversation because TW was doing the same thing,
helping around
and and people like, you shouldn't do that type of thing. It's like, bro, like at least he's doing something, you know. At least he's doing something. And the thing about being needy of help, which I don't know because I've never been there, but I think I would want to, like, you have a choice. Do you want to be on camera and be helped, or you don't want to be on camera and not get help?
Yeah, it goes to what would you? Where they say,
exactly. So I don't think anyone
who's really
in that position would be like, actually, now if you're gonna put me on camera, then don't do it, type of thing. Yeah. Because it just boils down to that: is the person eating or not? Is the person receiving food or not? Is the person receiving the house that you bought them or not? Yeah.
That's
and I'm just
true.
like, and the other part of it is like, other people also got motivated to do the same because that's what happened to me.
Yes.
I was like, oh shit, people are doing this. Actually, I have the ability to do that as well.
It depends on how you take it. Yeah, well, you should take things in a more positive way.
Exactly. Over time. Yeah. And I feel like the intention of it is usually that, actually, to inspire other people to do. But you're boosting your ego. If you're boosting your ego, okay, bet. Also, like the person is receiving help.
That's true. And like, you should understand, Uguti, things that you see constantly, like they get registered in your mind. So
yes.
Yeah, exactly. So like, if you see it more often, it's going to be some sort of a second nature for you to help out.
Bound to.
And I feel like
normalize that.
At least they're normalizing izinto ongazi understand.
And la never complain now ukuthi you showing it on camera aren't doing shit
to help.
Aren't doing shit. That's the problem, or that's the major problem. This person is saying what they're saying, but they're not doing anything. But maybe they are. We just don't know because they're not showing it.
See, now we wouldn't have this opinion about you if you showed us that you're actually doing it.
And our opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. And I understand
matters, actually,
what harm is it doing if we as Veza wena. it just goes to show how you just choose to look at things. Because the first instance I get when I see a picture of someone helping another person is like, oh, well done. Maybe I should do something instead of just chilling.
Positivity, like, it's honestly a problem for a lot of people.
And it goes a long way if you adopt the skill, because some things don't just come to you. Like you don't just be a nice person. You don't just be
you it happens over time.
Yeah, you practice that and you get used to it, and then it just becomes second nature. So there's nothing no one cannot do. But then you just have to just practice it.
When I started this, I was hoping someone had a different view of it. Like, cause actually you shouldn't show it. Like I was hoping.
Nah,
but
bro.
Like honestly, like I don't think it's a problem really. I don't think it's a problem. And that's what Uzolwa7 used to do. And I think if it was to actually do that, because I know a lot of rich people who are actually be willing to help, but I know they're not doing enough as they should be, type of thing. Not that I'm saying they should do more, but I know they want to do more, but they just haven't seen things in that light for them to actually do it. Because you honestly think, Kuti, every rich person is thinking about helping people. No. There are a lot of things I wanted to do that men and born it can like, oh shit, I want to do that.
Actually, you don't just do it without seeing it.
Exactly.
And then when they say if you have to see it, then it's not genuine. Everything you do, you've seen it somewhere.
Exactly.
Like,
you're doing something you've never seen.
That is.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Everything.
Okay, that's a solid one to reply for the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, imagine I like this. Kanjan, you've never seen it.
Never seen it.
You have to. Yeah, that's very true.
That's
true.
That's true. So yeah, I was just hoping like, oh shit, like, people can do just more of that, bro. Like honestly, I think the intention. Also, the other thing, intention. In anything that anybody is doing, look at the intention, because that's what happens when people get punished for things that they didn't want to do. Because I said, man, okay, I can't make a perfect example, but like when you catch offense on something I really wasn't
intending on saying.
Yeah, so basically, like, oh shit, you're so black, bro.
Yeah.
Well, the truth of the matter is you're black.
The truth of the matter is you're black, but as well, like. It's not a perfect example, but it's like a thing of if black was just positive, if you as a person saw black as a positive thing, you wouldn't be offended.
Yeah. But then you get offended because
you see it as a negative. Exactly.
Yeah, you find the negativity in it.
You find the negativity in it. And then my intention also was just like, yeah, exactly. My intention was that actually you should be proud of it, like.